Okay, as promised, I am going to share a couple funny non-compete stories that you could possibly learn from. Actually, first, this view is real. This is ICD Brookfield. This is the Atrium, which is a huge commercial building, DIFC. It's gorgeous, right? I love it. It's such a fun place to work from. So much natural light, real plants. Okay, so the first story is a business we sold about 2 years ago, and it was actually a book review site. It had been around for, gosh, almost 20 years. The owners were retiring. And so in the non-compete, it actually said that the owners could not have anything to do with books for 3 years. Now, why that wouldn't work is because actually she is in her 60s and she obviously loves books. And so she wanted to volunteer at the library. And this would actually technically keep her from doing that. So, of course, we dialed it in. Once we saw the purchase agreement, the buyer totally got it. Obviously, they just couldn't do anything that have to do with books for online sales, any sort of business related to online and related to books. So again, you want to drill down your non-compete extremely tight, as detailed as you can get it, not broad. And I keep seeing these very broad non-competes. And again, from the buyer side, of course, like you're going to make it as broad as possible. But from the seller side, just use caution and really dial that thing in, because we mostly sell digital agencies. And I see this super broad non-compete of they cannot do anything in the market industry for 3 years. Marketing is such a huge, broad industry. There's so many different things, right? And some of these are graphic design agencies. And so obviously they can't do anything graphic design digitally for 3 years. Okay, totally get it. Maybe it's an SEO firm. Okay, you can't do anything specific to SEO in the next 3 years. But of course, they can do other aspects of or other sectors within the marketing industry. So that's important. And then the last one I'll end with is my own story. So when I sold my wellness spa in San Diego, I sold it in 2017. And I'm a serial entrepreneur. Every single business I've founded is completely different. Industries like completely different. You can look at my LinkedIn. They have nothing to do with each other. And so I didn't think I would be in the wellness spa industry whatsoever ever again. So normally I would push back on, I think they originally wanted a 3 or 4 year non-compete. Normally I would fight for a 2 year. And I just said, hey, 3 years is fine. There's no way. And long story short, here comes COVID. Here comes two spas that are at a killer deal. So I swooped them up. However, I had 2 months left on a 3 year non-compete. I, of course, called the owner. We were still, in touch with each other. He's a great guy. I gave him a heads up. Hey, I bought these two spas. These are skincare and beauty spas. They're not wellness spas. There is some overlap. You guys do facials. We do facials and massage. So we had a tiny bit of overlap, but of course, it was 2 months left to the non-compete. He was a-okay with it. But in hindsight, really, really push for as short of a non-compete as you can, because you never ever know. Even though you're so burned out on your business, on the industry, you just never know what will happen. Sometimes people will say 5, I think is absolutely ridiculous, a 5 year non-compete. Again, I think average would be 3 to 4 is what I've been seeing on average. But again, if you could push that down even lower, great. So hopefully this was helpful. I always love speaking from real life experiences out in the field, not just, pulling something up on AI, because we've been testing that theory and it's definitely not coming up with the answers that I know will work when you're trying to sell or get your company acquired. And as always, feel free to reach out to our team or myself anytime with questions, because obviously selling your company, definitely there could be challenges, definitely lots of questions, lots of unknowns. So I am very well versed in the whole world. I love it. I sleep, eat, breathe business and business acquisitions, and happy to help anytime. Bye.